is I would understand the confusion with DHAC about where did it start and where, that's an investigative thing. The E. coli is not some rare disease out of Africa. This is something they should understand. The fact that they're acting like this is some rare new thing is confusing to me. And I think it's absolutely unforgivable that DHAC, if somebody gets fired and say, let's get somebody who knows what they're doing, because this, again, is not some rare disease.
My entire concern with the whole situation is DHAC. I think, like you said, it came into the learning vine, and it probably spread in the learning vine, but the learning vine has not been negligent. They probably had some poor hygiene issues that maybe have spread it, but who doesn't have that kind of stuff going on? You know, any business gets complacent in what they do. Everybody does. This will probably change a lot of things. But my concern is, like she said, this is not anything new. DHEC should have something in place. I mean, just something as simple as test kits. You can't tell me they don't have a stockpile of test kits somewhere in the state that they can bring 200 of them to Greenwood. But they were very conflicting on what they were saying. The thing came up about let's test everybody. Logistics. The guy said logistics. And I'm thinking, you're the regional director of 11 counties. You tell me you don't have the power to make this happen? If I was in his shoes, everything would have stopped. I'd have called everybody I had across the state, and they'd have worked around the clock because they're paid by the taxpayers. It's not like they're a private agency. They get state funding, and they should do everything they can to make these parents and the rest of the parents in Learning Vine feel safe to take the kids back there.
But I just show my face, and I'm always impressed with the awareness, motivation, and the pride of the Learning Vine staff. I apologize, I'm reading this off my phone to make sure it's concise. But you know, my fellow parents, they've covered most of the ground, kind of what the situation is. And I summarize it as a failure in crisis management. You know, Miss Cindy, I consider her a very effective daycare manager. She was forced to act as a crisis manager for several days. I think it's unfair and unacceptable for her to be placed in that position. I mean, why is this, why is this going on so long like that? It continues to this day, I would say. Maybe the index is starting to help, but I mean, it seems like we've outsourced the crisis management to basically, the media, parents on Facebook, and the daycare. I feel like DHEC has the resources and expertise to handle these kind of events, but they really haven't taken ownership of the crisis.
The Learning Vine is the one who started that thread, and that was their way of keeping us informed. And I think they have done everything they can, and they've given us every piece of information. And maybe I'm naive, and maybe they are withholding something, but I don't think so. I think they are giving us everything they have. They're trying to keep us as informed as possible. And I'll say, it sounds kind of corny, but I think all the parents here are going to emerge stronger and like a better network of people through all this because we've been keeping each other informed. And DHEC, I missed the meeting on Friday, so I can't comment on that. But I feel like they have been majorly ineffective.
But I just don't like the way they're being portrayed from the public who doesn't know everything that the parents from Learning Vine know. It's just really making them look bad and look like a bad place to take your children, when all I have heard for the past 3 years I've lived in Greenwood.
What I'd like to see from DHAC, the question I have for DHAC is, what is your criteria for opening the center up again? What will tell us that our children are going to be safe? What are you doing? If they think it's foodborne at all, is all the food gone and they're bringing in new?
Where they told her there was an incubation period where she could reopen, but she could reopen like Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah, it was Tuesday.
So I think some clarification on that.
But she chose to have all the children tested, and she chose to voluntarily close until all the teachers and all the students can be tested. That was